She believed she broke you. Use this and rise higher than ever. Good. Let her think that. That's your edge. You felt the gut punch. She's at a rooftop in Brooklyn with some new guy, laughing like your years together were a glitch in her feed. You're blocked on Instagram, left on read, your name a ghost on her iPhone. Friends stopped inviting you to the group hang. You walk past that Starbucks where you used to meet, and the barista asks, "Where's Sarah?" Humiliation. A breakup that went public, respect lost. Now hear me clearly. We don't beg, we don't chase, and we don't compete for a place we already own. In this video, I'll hand you a ruthless blueprint to flip the power dynamic. No contact that actually works. Silence with spine. A mission-first routine that hardens your mindset, and precise moves to rebuild your frame, your body, your money, and your presence. Not to get her back, but to become the man she can't stop watching. Whether she circles back or not, you win. If you're done playing the wounded role, subscribe now, lock in. In the first pinned comment, I've placed a bonus resource to go deeper. A step-by-step checklist to execute the no-contact protocol and the return to power daily routine. It's the exact structure that turns late-night scrolling into focused action. Because here's the twist. She didn't break you. She revealed you. And what you do next decides everything. Ready to learn the one brutal shift that makes her silence feed your rise instead of crush it? Or do you keep bleeding for free attention? It starts with that one brutal shift you asked for. Your silence stops being a wound and becomes a weapon. Not a tantrum, not a pity party. Strategy. You are no longer a man bleeding out for free attention. You are a man who seals the cut and builds new muscle over the scar. You don't punish her. You don't broadcast quotes. You disappear into progress. And that is what turns the rooftop laughter into static. But first, amputate the behaviors that make men weak after a public breakup. The late-night scrolling, refreshing her stories like the next frame will save you. That's not research, that's self-harm. The burner accounts to peek at her new life, that's not intelligence gathering, that's cowardice with Wi-Fi. The drunken message at 1:47 a.m. "I miss you. Can we talk?" That's not honesty. That's emotional gambling with your dignity as chips. The fake friendship you offer because you're terrified to lose proximity. That's not maturity. That's you asking for crumbs in a kitchen you used to own. The apology paragraph you didn't need to write. The gift you left at her door. The DM to her best friend trying to negotiate your reinstatement. Stop. These moves don't show love. They advertise scarcity. Every time you orbit her page, you orbit your power down the drain. There's an ache that tries to justify all of it. I know. You walk past that Starbucks on Lafayette and the barista still asks, "Where's Sarah?" You feel the humiliation ring in your bones. That's the moment you want to do something, anything to numb it. But men don't numb. Men transmute. Sit with the ache long enough to hear what it's telling you. You were complacent, distracted, unled. Good. That's your leverage. You're done begging a gate that never locked. You're done chasing what should have been walking toward you without needing to be chased. You're done becoming her safe friend to stay in proximity to the old feeling. You are not her audience. So here's how the tide turns in America right now for a man like you. You pick one mission that demands the whole of you, not five. One. The body, because America respects the man who respects his vessel. The money, because options forgive 1,000 social slights. The presence, because a man who can hold tension controls the room. Your phone goes on Do Not Disturb after 9 p.m. Your mornings belong to the iron, the road, or the mat, not to her feed. You eat like a man with a court date with his future. You are not chasing her, you're chasing altitude. And if you need to see what it looks like, listen to Michael from Queens. Real man, ordinary job, union electrician, Mets cap, corgi named Duke. He got blindsided in April, 2 weeks before a trip to Miami they'd been planning since Christmas. She left a note on the counter, and a spare key on the hook said she needed space to find herself, and by Memorial Day, he saw her tagged at a wine bar in Long Island City with a guy who looked like he modeled for tech startups. Michael did everything wrong for 10 days. He drove by her block twice. He texted paragraphs. He called at midnight after 2 bourbons. He offered to help her move apartments if she wanted a clean slate. He even proposed staying friends until she figured it out. It made her colder. He felt smaller. Then his uncle, a retired NYPD with a face like granite, told him 4 words. Silence is the sentence. Michael taped it on his fridge. He deleted her number, blocked her everywhere without announcement, handed the spare key to his building manager, changed his gym to one near his job, joined a jiu-jitsu academy on Steinway, and took a second shift for 3 months to stack cash. He bought a suit that fit, not expensive, just honest. He rebuilt his house, new paint, new dishes, no ghosts. By August, he had a calm gaze you can't fake. He wasn't loud. He was grounded. In September, they crossed paths at a mutual friend's rooftop in Astoria. She looked twice. He nodded, held frame, and didn't orbit. She texted a week later from a new number. "We should talk." He didn't gloat. He didn't run. He simply replied 2 days later, "Wish you well." Not anger, not performance, a man with altitude. He didn't become famous. He became untouchable. And that's better. You want her silence to feed your rise. Then understand this. Attention is currency. You've been spending it on loss. Reinvest. Every view you give her is a withdrawal from your future. Every post you overthink is an invoice on your dignity. Every friend of hers you interrogate is a tell that you've forgotten your worth. Resist the American impulse to broadcast the comeback. Build the comeback in private and let presence do the marketing. When she hears about you, it should be by accident. When she sees you, it should be with a posture that says, "I didn't disappear, I evolved." The Godfather aura you want. It's not brutality, it's boundaries. It's the stillness of a man who knows he can walk away because he has a world to walk into. So you move like this. You don't answer betrayal with drama, you answer it with distance. You don't compete for your own place, you close the contest. You don't beg for closure. You create it by closing the door on yourself and locking it from the inside. That's a decree, not a suggestion. And since you asked for codes you can carry like a blade under the jacket, carve these into your day. No free attention. Mission before emotion. Silence over performance. Respect is non-negotiable. Withdraw it from anyone who discounts it. Never be the friend after romance. Let your mind test those lines. Feel the discomfort? Good. It means they're heavy enough to change your posture. And if you think this is just coldness dressed up as discipline, hear this. The coldness passes. The discipline stays. You are not spiteful. You are sovereign. There's a difference. One is about her. The other is about your standard. Now, a reset. Picture the next time you would have opened her page. Instead, you open your calendar. You block 4 weeks of non-negotiable mornings. You enroll in something where you will be humbled. A boxing gym in Chicago, a coding boot camp in Austin, a public speaking class in LA. You replace the soundtrack of breakups with audiobooks that upgrade your operating system. You don't post a single thirst trap to announce your progress. You become allergic to performative healing, and you make your circle masculine and clean, men who will call you out when you slip back toward the bottle and the phone. Because yes, that's another trap. The bourbon courage, the IPA confession, the you-up that explodes your leverage like a firework over the Hudson. You are not that man anymore. You do not drunk text. You do not drunk anything. You put your head on a pillow you earned. You may wonder, what if she reaches out? What if she shows up at the same bar in Williamsburg, gives you that soft look, asks how you've been? Here's the test. Your heart rate stays level. Your voice stays slow. You do not audition for your old role. You listen, you nod, and you leave before the nostalgia can sell you a rerun. Because the man you're becoming has a standard even memory has to pass. And if she doesn't reach out at all? Better. You get the full distance required to rewrite your story without edits. Either way, you win if you hold the line. There's another trap pretending to be noble. The friend role. It will promise proximity, access, maybe a slow rebuild. It's a lie. It's a lobby where your value is scanned and stamped available, while her new life upstairs never calls your number. You don't sit in lobbies, you build buildings. A friend after romance is a demotion you accept when you've forgotten your rank. Remember your rank. You want a final jolt? Understand that the city doesn't care. New York, LA, Atlanta, Dallas. These streets reward men who make themselves useful. You can stay in the bedroom museum of your past, or you can enter the market of men who create value. Your ex is not your enemy. Your apathy toward your own ascent is. Change that, and the noise collapses. Change that, and even your silence makes noise. What comes next decides everything. The tactics, the timing, the moment you draw the line and never cross it again. The exact words you use if she resurfaces, and you choose to engage without surrender. The calendar rules that force momentum when motivation dips. The clean way to close the loop with mutual friends without pettiness. The final piece is not louder, it's sharper. In the conclusion, we're going to deliver the sentence, clear, final, and enforceable. The man you become walks out of that room with a new last name carved into his days, untouchable. Stay with me, the verdict is coming. She believed she broke you. Let her. Because her belief is not your boundary, it's your blessing. That rooftop laughter, that wine bar tag, the blocked number, the crowded city swallowing your name, none of it marks your finish line. It's the first step onto ground that finally belongs to you. Untouchable. That's your word now. Heavy like forged iron, final like a signed order. Everything you've heard up until now points to one law. Men don't reclaim respect from the past. Men manufacture presence for the future. Her silence was never a judge's gavel. It's material for your rebuild. The only verdict that matters is the one you hand yourself when you turn off her feed. Close that chapter. Look in the mirror and see a man sharpening, not shrinking. You want codes? Here they are, no frills, no fluff, pure American steel. First, you do not beg. Begging is for men who lost the war inside their own minds. If you reach for what's gone, you grab only at air, and even your own reflection doubts your grip. Second, no free attention, no orbiting, no late-night recon on social media. Your dignity is not a currency to spend on someone else's highlight reel. Every scroll is a silent tax on your self-respect. You want intel? Study your own reflection and the numbers in your bank account, not her filtered stories. Third, mission over emotion. Pick one aim. Build a body that fills a room with silent demand for respect. Stack money until you own your peace. Carve such presence that even a room of strangers senses the boundary you walk with. Lock-in isn't drama. Lock-in is religion. You show up, morning after morning, not for applause, not even to prove her wrong, but because you owe yourself a win bigger than her memory. Fourth, silence over performance. Disappear into your work. Drown in progress. Don't text, don't flex, don't write apology essays or play the helpful ex. Every effort to prove yourself is an invitation for her to close the door again. You want an audience? Let it be your future self, the man laughing at this pain in 5 years, not a woman measuring your recovery by how loudly you broadcast it. Fifth, never take the friend route. The friend role after romance is the consolation prize of the unranked. It's acceptance of the demotion, a compliance you'd never give to a boss. Friendship is a contract for equals, not a waiting room for ex-lovers hoping for a missed call and a second-rate audition. If you respect yourself, exit the game. Leave the building. Never wait in the lobby. Sixth, respect is non-negotiable and withdrawal must be surgical. You don't announce, you act. Cut her access to your energy as you'd cut off the limb poisoning the body. You walk away clean. You let her silence become an echo in her own world, not yours. Here's your challenge straight. Look at yourself in the glass tonight. Strip the excuses. Who are you now? Are you the man bleeding out for crumbs, or the man who cleaned his wounds and is building altitude alone? This city, this country rewards producers. Want to lead, want to be watched, want to own the room? Prove it to yourself first. Let the outcome become background noise. Michael from Queens did it without Instagram stories, flexing Rolexes, or vengeful status updates. He became a man the room studies, even when the woman who left him is in it. That cold, sovereign calm. That's not performance. That's proof. Ask yourself, are you filling your life so she can notice or so you can? Are you running from the discomfort, or are you letting the burn become your forge? If you're just patching the ache with a new fling, a new whiskey, a new DM, you're still orbiting. Orbit breaks when a man chooses creation. You want to be untouchable? Build a life no one can grant you, only you can grant yourself. And if you catch yourself slipping, Scrolling, messaging, craving updates don't excuse it. Check yourself like a foreman at a job site. Every man needs a regulator. Let your standard be your boss, riding you harder than any ex ever could. Because that's how respect is rebuilt. Not through her validation, not through mutual friends' whispers, not through the accidental run-in where you hope she notices you've changed. Respect is assembled in concrete, sweat, and silent mornings no one sees. Now I dare you, tonight after this video, don't open her page, open a blank notebook. Write the name you'll answer to from tomorrow forward, not hers, yours. This is the new bloodline you're founding, one rooted in sovereignty, separation, altitude. Don't make a show, make it law. If you're man enough to step into this silence, to hold your line when nostalgia threatens, when friends test you, when loneliness claws at the door, then stamp your arrival below. Drop a comment, hit like, subscribe right now. Not for me, for the man who refuses to remain stuck as a footnote in someone else's story. Because here, every new subscriber isn't another lost boy in heartbreak camp. It's another founding member of the untouchable class. And here's the final decree, as sharp and final as the Godfather's word. From this night forward, you owe nothing to the person who left. You owe everything to the man who rises. Stay untouchable, so even silence fears to get close.